Hey everybody, thank you for taking the time to watch our video today. So what this video series is going to be is essentially me teaching you how to make the best video content you can using mostly the resources that you already have. One of the most common things that comes up when we suggest that someone needs to start making video content is people don't think they have the equipment for it. So one of the first things that you're going to have to accept and realize is that, especially when we're speaking online, nobody cares too much about the quality of your videos. No one cares so much if they look professional or not. The people who are really winning with pumping out content are just using their cell phones. I went out and I bought several different cameras because I thought that they would just make it more convenient. I bought the Sony RX100, which was specifically designed to be a vlogging camera, or a camera that's like what this is right here, me talking to the camera. I bought the Sony a6300 because that was a step up from the RX100, and I thought that that would make my videos better looking. But at the end of the day, the tool that I used the most was my cell phone. These days I am using the iPhone 11. However, just for the sake of making my point, today these videos are going to be filmed exclusively on my old iPhone 7. So the best camera to use, the best tool to use is the one that you already have in your pocket that's on you almost all the time. That's going to be your cell phone. All phones nowadays have the ability to film in 1080 or 4K, and that combined with some very basic, hopefully easy to remember rules as far as making your videos, you should be able to make content and video that, even though it may not look completely professional, it'll look acceptable and no one will think about it. What people care about is the message that you're conveying through your videos. And there are going to be two different types of content that you're usually going to make. You're going to be make the content that's mainly for people who don't know who you are yet, and that may be for your YouTube channel, for your website, for your YouTube, for your Facebook ads, your Google ads, the pre-roll ads. And then there's going to be the hopefully day-to-day, or at least a few times a week, content that you can make that's for the people who already know who you are. They're in your tribe, they're in your audience, they're on your Facebook page, they follow you on Twitter, they follow you on Instagram. So these are going to be like your Instagram stories, Facebook stories. These are much easier to create. All that these people care about is really just remembering that, you know, you're there. It could be as simple as taking a picture of your pet. These people are here to follow you, not so much your brand. So anything that can make them feel a little bit closer to you and get to know you better is gold. The other form of content, the ones that are going to, let's just say, a cold audience, this needs to be more pre-thought out. This stuff needs to either deliver value or it needs to deliver entertainment, one or the other. So for example, here at ZenChange, we work with a lot of attorneys. A common objection that we get from attorneys is that, well, there's so much that we can't really talk about with our cases. Client confidentiality, you know, they just don't want to talk about things that are currently going on because it could damage a relationship. And that's completely fine. You don't have to talk about that. There are many other things you can make videos of that gives value. You could talk about hypothetical cases. You could watch the news and talk about high-profile cases that are currently on the news. You may notice if you do a lot of online video watching yourself, more and more professionals are making these videos that essentially are, let's say, soldier reacts to war movie scenes, or doctor reacts to football injuries. Property insurance attorney reacts to Hurricane Irma damage. So it's just a professional in front of a camera just speaking about something that's going on in the world today, that because it is current and going on, people have more interest in what it is, and then giving them professional expertise on it. And if you can do that once a week, twice a week, at least, you know, a couple times a month, then you have content that people are going to watch. So don't worry about having the latest phone, don't worry about having the latest camera. Later on in this series, I'm going to be showing you the difference between an iPhone 7, an iPhone 11 Pro, and then my Sony a7 III, which is about a $2,000 camera on body on its own, and the lenses are each about $200, $300. And you'll notice that the difference isn't really that jaw-dropping.